What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. So we got Gervonta Tank Davis, aka Abdul Wahid, in the news. He has now been elevated to the Super WBA champion at 135 pounds. You know what? I'm not pleased with. I would have rather him, fight Tank to get that belt. Fight Devin Haney to get that title. But it is what it is. He is now a 2-division world champion. I know a lot of y'all are gonna say he's actually a 3. I don't include the regular WBA as a 2nd-tier belt. So I don't include the fight with Mario Barrios to be a 3-division champion. I mean, that doesn't count in my eyes. I mean, so 2nd tier. But he is a 2-division world champion. So congratulations to Tank Davis on that. I'm gonna read into it and let's go ahead and let's get into it, man. All right, so shout out to BoxingScene.com. It says Gervonta Davis, now sole recognized WBA lightweight titleist, Haney removed as super champ. All right. It says the new year has begun with one less WBA belt in existence. Devin Haney was formally removed as the WBA super lightweight champion in the sanctioning body's latest ratings update, which published Tuesday. Gervonta Davis is now the sole recognized WBA title holder at that weight, having previously held the WBA regular status. The move was expected with Haney, who has the record of 31-0 with 15 knockouts, declared in late November that he was prepared to abandon his unified lightweight championship to fully compete at junior welterweight. The announcement was made prior to his WBC 140-pound title win over Regis Prograis. Haney delivered a tour de force performance atop at December 9th DAZN pay-per-view events from the Chase Center in his birthtown of San Francisco, California. Despite his prior declarations, Haney was recognized as a WBA super lightweight champion as of the December 1st WBA rankings and headed to his fight versus Prograis. Baltimore's Davis, who has the record of 29-0 with 27 knockouts, has yet to publicly comment on his newfound status as the full title holder. The only recent round of news involving the 2-division titleist in boxing, I'm glad they said that, because I was just about to say that now makes him a 2-division champion, but I'll get to that in a little bit. And boxing superstar who has recently converted to Islam and chose the name Abdul Wahid, means servant of the one, upon his acceptance to Allah. Monday's development barely changes things for Davis, who current title reign dates back to December 2019 12th round knockout over Yuriorkis Gamboa. The only real change is the absence of the primary title ahead of his belt, which means he is free to further unify the division if that is the road he chooses to travel. I doubt it. And it ain't so much of him, it's because of Floyd. Excuse me. The only other active lightweight titleist is Shakur Stevenson, who claimed the vacant WBC belt in a 12-round unanimous decision over Edwin De Los Santos last November 16th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. The IBF and the WBO belts are currently vacant. The IBF belt will likely be at stake in a proposal Vasily Lomachenko and George Kambosos fight targeted for this spring. Dennis Bernackenbarker would then become the leading candidate to fight for the vacant WBO title versus an opponent to be determined. Wow. That's my alarm. 1 second. All right, my bad. Let me see. Where was I? Okay. Davis has not fought since a 7th round knockout of Ryan Garcia, who now has the record of 21-4 with 20 knockouts last April at the T-Mobile Arena. The bout was fought at 136-pound catchweight in a non-title fight with Davis WBA title not at stake. It mattered little to the masses. The fight sold. It mattered little to the masses. The fight sold more than 1.2 million pay-per-view buys and generated an estimate of 22.8 million live gate, atop at the Showtime pay-per-view that served the highest grossing event of 2023. Davis last defended his WBA title in a stoppage win over unbeaten junior lightweight titleist Hector Garcia after 9 rounds. Garcia moved up in weight to unsuccessfully challenge Davis last January at the MCI Center in Washington, D.C. No decision was yet made by the WBA as to whether Davis would be ordered to make a mandatory title defense. His last such obligation came in May of 2021 knockout win over then beaten Rolando Romero. Isaac Cruz and William Zepeda, a pair of contenders from Mexico, are the highest ranked WBA lightweight contenders. Both have frequently expressed an interest in facing Davis. Cruz has been teased as a leading candidate to face Davis. Such fight would represent a rematch in their December 2021 meeting, won by Davis via unanimous decision, which snapped his 16 fight knockout streak. Cruz has since won 3 in a row, including a unanimous decision over Giovanni Cabacaralla and last July 29th in Las Vegas. Zepeda is due to fight in the first quarter of 2023, though an opponent was not. What the hell does that have to do with anything? I don't care about no damn Zepeda. All right, let's get into it. I wanted to go ahead and give you like the possibilities of, or the ranking system, the guys that are ranked in Tank Davis sanctioning body with the WBC, to just see like what's realistic and what fight is realistic and what's not. All right. Now, obviously, at 135, you have Shakur, who has the WBC. You have Tank now, the Super WBA. The IBF is vacant and the WBO is vacant, all right? It has Tank. You have Gervonta Davis, all right? You have Isaac Cruz is ranked number 1. Now, that's been rumored for the fight. That's been a rumored fight that's possibly coming up next. That's a fight that I don't want to see. I've already seen Isaac been beaten by Tank with one hand. And I just don't understand how Isaac deserves a shot, I don't see how, and again, you guys know Tank is my favorite at 135, but the people that be like criticizing me for keeping it 100 with Tank, please explain to me how Isaac deserved to fight over Devin Haney. That made no sense whatsoever. But I don't care to see that rematch. I already seen Tank beat Isaac with one hand. I had Tank winning that fight. People can hate all they want, but Tank won that fight with one hand. Isaac even stated he realized Tank was not throwing. I can't remember what it was. The left hand. Tank wasn't throwing the left hand, or whatnot. Isaac even stated it, so it's clear as day. Tank won that fight. People can hate all they want, but Tank won that fight. All right. Next fight is William Zepeda. That is a decent fight. That's not a fight that I would just be super ecstatic about, but that is a decent fight. The fight that I would love to see is him versus Frank Martin. I've criticized Tank for this plenty of times. We've never seen Tank fight a black fighter. Floyd Mayweather doesn't believe that black fighters in America sell. That's why Floyd Mayweather tries to get Tank to fight these foreigners. That pisses me off. I would love to see Tank fight Frank Martin. I would love to see Tank fight Edwin De Los Santos. For the reason, and Edwin De Los Santos is ranked number 4. The reason why I would love to see that is because Edwin De Los Santos, obviously Shakur, kind of put on a snooze fest with Edwin De Los Santos, but I feel like if Tank can get Edwin De Los Santos out of there, he would make a statement towards Shakur or whatnot, or at least for the time being. All right. Ranked number 5 is Floyd Schofield. I think it's too soon for Floyd Schofield. Floyd Schofield's an excellent fighter. Excellent fighter coming on the horizon. I think it's too soon for him though. I don't think he's just yet ranked or ready for Tank Davis. And besides, Floyd Schofield is with Golden Boy. I don't necessarily see that going. Next up, after that, ranked number 6 is Jose Venezuela. AKA Ryu, that's my dude. Just came off of a hellacious knockout revenge in his rematch against Chris Colbert. He called out Tank Davis. That's possible. It's possible because Jose is with the PBC. Ranked number 7 is Vasily Lomachenko. That ain't finna happen. Floyd and Tank have avoided Vasily Lomachenko for years now, and the rest really nobody knows about. All right, so I don't know, man. I'm interested in seeing what they have. I'm interested to see Tank's next move, but I'm pretty sure it'll be against Isaac Cruz. And again, I'm not excited for that, man, because there's so many more options. First and foremost, I would rather Tank try to unify with Shakur. But I know that's not gonna happen. Being Shakur's with Top Rank, I just know that's not gonna happen. So I would rather at least see Tank, fight. Let him fight Frank Martin, bro. Get that fight going on. All right, don't try to put it on pay-per-view. That's not a pay-per-view fight, but it is a good fight. All right. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you want to see Tank Davis fight next? Do you think Tank Davis will fight Isaac Cruz next, or do you think he will fight one of the other names that I mentioned? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?